Okay, I take it everybody is somewhat familiar with everyone sitting next to them. First of all, welcome. Thank you for being here today to celebrate your wonderful accomplishment. The idea of this conference is to talk a little bit about perpetual evolution. For AIU, this has a very specific meaning that we would like to take this opportunity to convey. Who is going to be the brave participant who wants to share what is their understanding of perpetual evolution? My friend, you want to take a try? Okay. So perpetual evolution, what do you think that is? What does that mean for you?
This means for me, whenever we participated in this conference, whenever we finish and all the graduates when they finish, we had to project another new idea based on the AIU knowledge, AIU experience, and the sharing with the all graduates are here. And for the future, we keep.
Thank you. And your name?
My name is José Antonio Arrañado, and I'm originally from East Timor, Southeast Asia.
Thank you, José Antonio. Appreciate it. Thank you for sharing. So, anybody else want to take a try at what perpetual evolution means to them? Yes? Okay. Thank you.
Do you have to stand up?
No, it's optional. You can come on stage. We had a participant go on the stage. I tried it, but it felt a little...
It's more comfortable down here. Okay, my name is Eunice Dube, and I currently work as a clinical research nurse.
Okay, clinical research nurse.
Yeah, but I am graduating with a doctorate in public health
Okay.
and health sciences. For me, perpetual evolution means what I have been doing, because I started off with a diploma in nursing,
Yes.
then got a bachelor's, then got a master's in public health, and now I'm graduating with a doctorate.
Wow.
And
Congratulations.
It doesn't mean that I'm going to stop here. I intend to move further because the emails from AIU do not stop coming. They don't stop coming. Even today, Renee sent me an email about child development.
Okay.
So it means I'm going to be engaged for a long time after this.
Fantastic. That's exactly right. Perpetual evolution means that for us. We want you to continue as alumni to participate in the live classes. We have 2 live classes every day. If you can't make it to the live class, you can see in the archive recording all of the classes in Merlin Media Center. So we encourage you to continue your growth. And what's different for us in perpetual evolution is that a lot of times it comes by chance or by circumstance. So perpetual evolution means adapting to change. The pandemic came, everybody adapted to the pandemic. But we didn't initiate the change. It was kind of forced upon us, right? So the idea with perpetual evolution for you as AIU alumni is to take control of where you want to evolve, how you want to evolve, and to have the tools and resources available to do so. So one of the things that you are now, so you can claim now to be a university of one. The academic freedom that you experienced here at AIU allowed you to study andragogically, allowed you an open curriculum design, and that flexibility makes you a university of one. No matter what challenge you face or change in your country, in your company, in your family, you have now the tools and the ability to learn independently. You're no longer dependent on any institution or professor. You are the greatest experts and can achieve anything you wish to do so. 40, 50 years ago, I think universities were indispensable. Nowadays, you can each be a university of one. And that is the goal of the AIU program. Through academic freedom, we want to give each of you the opportunity to pursue your dreams, to find your purpose, which we know is the key to happiness. So that's the purpose of the program. The academic freedom it provides is to give you the time, first of all, because life happens and we just get taken on a specific path. So your program, your connection with AIU as alumni, I hope gives you the courage to chart your own path for the first time in some cases. Decide what you want to do. And one of those things is the AIU Pledge. And in today's conference, I'd like each of you to try to summarize, maybe in 30 seconds or 1 minute so we can all participate, what is your pledge? So the AIU Pledge is a commitment on each of our parts on how we can make the world a better place, find solutions to some of the greatest problems. Specifically, an example could be the UNESCO 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. There are 17 of them. Each of us, no matter what we study, whether it's psychology, computer science, political science, public health, we have the ability, the knowledge, the skills to contribute to one of those in a sustainable way. So what I would like is to hear your stories as to, number one, what is that pledge that you are willing to take? What you have done so far. It's okay if you haven't done anything yet. What are you currently working towards? And lastly, what are you planning to do in the future? So it doesn't matter if you've already started, if you're starting, or if you're planning to start. The important thing is that you share whatever that vision is and try to give yourself a measurement. Because a lot of times we set goals and what's missing is how will we measure our progress on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on an impact level. So with that, let me start with our first participant. Do we have any volunteers? Don't raise your hand all at once. I see our first brave volunteer. Please, would you like to speak there or would you like to come up? Yes. Thank you.
Hi.
Sorry.
Hello, good afternoon, and congratulations to each and every one of us.
Yes, that's right. Congratulations.
My name is Jennifer Kojo Brathwaite, and I come from the island of Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know how many of you all have heard about Trinidad and Tobago, but Trinidad and Tobago is an island in the Caribbean, the southernmost island of the Caribbean, and at present I'm a lecturer at the University of the West Indies. And I like what you said about perpetual evolution, because it is something that we try to teach about continuous change. And he says, we being a university of one. But even though we are a university of one, we have to drive the change. Yes. We need to continue to grow and to grow others and to make everyone, even to reach at AIU eventually doing their PhD. So for me, my journey to AIU, I'm presently doing my postdoctoral research degree also. So my journey to AIU was a very wonderful experience. I enjoyed the ability, the flexibility that the university allows, where I live in Trinidad and I don't have to leave my job, I don't have to leave my island to study. I can do that while I'm at home. I thank AIU for that. Also, with the flexibility, the timing is not a problem. The night, in the morning, when you're free. So again, that is another plus for the program. And most important for me was the ability to choose the subjects or the themes that I would like to use in my work. I'm also a consultant on the side. So you find that I am able to teach, right now I teach 5 different areas at the university.
Wow.
And it is because of the flexibility and the types of subjects or the types of courses I was able to focus on. So I would like to say, for all of us, continue to be the University of One, continue to enjoy your progress where you are, and thanks very much and congratulations again.
Thank you very much for sharing. That was excellent. the first participant did an amazing job. Let's see our next volunteer. My friend, please. Thank you very much.
Been inspired now. Hello everyone, my name is Mark. I'm from England, UK.
Welcome, Mark.
But I actually live in the United Arab Emirates, in Dubai, for the past 11 years. I am in the learning and development sector for aviation. One of the difficulties we face is retention of knowledge in that arena, mainly because we are hiring less educated people from Asia Pacific, that area. So you got India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Philippines, countries like this. So they pretty much the education level is quite low when they come to us.
You have to build up the
We have
foundation.
to build up, yeah. So we can actually transfer skills, like just, we can train someone to operate a piece of equipment or something. But the actual theoretical knowledge, retention, is difficult. So graduating with a doctorate in educational psychology, which is a fantastic achievement, I think. Thank you. I'd like to be able to use that degree to enhance the way we deliver learning and development solutions in that area and improve the knowledge retention aspect. Because it is a problem at the moment.
Yes, and what you mentioned about retention is a lot of times if the student doesn't see the link to real world, they don't retain it. The goal, one of the things to increase retention is if the person has an emotional connection to what they're learning and they really see the connection, like, oh, I'm going to be using this on my first day on the job, they're going to pay attention to that because they're not going to want to fail on their first day.
That's fine. It's correct, because we want to actually ensure that people love what they do. So that's the connection what I'm trying to find there.
Yes.
It's not just this is a job and this is my salary. It's why do you do your job? If you could have a passion for it.
Yes.
Is it a desired qualification what you're going for, rather than just being in a position and you're just a staff number,
Correct.
etc. So this is the kind of things. I haven't been able to affect any changes yet, but hopefully moving forwards, now with an advanced degree, I can maybe influence my superiors to allow me to do that.
Do some projects on the side, see the impacts of them. Fantastic.
Just touching upon what the distinguished lady said. AIU, correct what you're saying, it was because it's a distance learning program and you can learn at your own pace, rather than a traditional going into the university, attending lectures, etc. It works around adults a lot better. I think when children finish school and college, it's a good thing to do, go into campus and do lectures, but when you come into it at an advanced age, like majority of that have, the distance learning and choosing your own curriculum is vital.
Yes.
It's not okay, you must do all these courses. No, you've got how many, 50, 60 courses you can choose from.
Correct.
And you're only doing 10 out of the thing. So I think that was the hard. Phase 2 is the most difficult part,
Absolutely.
I think.
It's a challenge because it's not handed to you. You have to develop it.
But people think the thesis is the most difficult. It's not. Actually, once you focus your attention on phase 2, I think the thesis becomes quite, not easy, but easier.
Yes.
So that's my thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm so happy today to see all of you. It's been so many years that we haven't had a face-to-face interaction. It's almost a miracle when you think about it. We have 60 countries today here, united in one place. 100 years ago, that would have been almost impossible. It would have been, 1 or 2 months traveling to get here. And now, like that, we can have 50 people meet. What will happen in 100 years? The rate of change is exponential. There's so many areas, and each of us can participate in one of these areas, whether it's, anything from, of course, artificial intelligence, genomics, machine learning, robotics, microgrid, sustainable development and agriculture. We had students talk about hunger in the world. And one of the challenges that's easy to address is the percent of arable land that is used to feed humans versus feed animals. A study has shown that 60% of the arable land is currently used to feed animals instead of humans. And that's a factor of 10 wasted resource, because the animal moves around, burns energy by heat, it has to grow, it goes to the bathroom, it sleeps, it moves around, its muscles burn energy. So if we shift, very simply, 10% of that land to feeding humans, world hunger would be fixed instantaneously, just by decreasing slightly the meat consumption in the world. So these are the challenges that I think us here today have the ability to impact, whether it's through education or programs that we ourselves start, like at an NGO or at our businesses or through awareness. My friend, thank you very much for participating. Yes, please, if you wish.
Okay. I was born in 1963. By 1970, when I was 7 years old, my brother born and died 7 days after, when he was 7 days old. And at that time, I thought, why he died? When I was 12, I started reading about medicine to try to understand why he died. Then I went to the medical school. I finished medical school in 1988. And I went to the Fellowship of Internal Medicine, because at the medical school I couldn't understand why my brother died.
Right.
And after I finished the Fellowship in Internal Medicine, I went to another fellowship, infectious disease. Still, I couldn't understand. Then, by 1993, I went to Chile, which is in border with Argentina, thin country. And there, I learned about hospital-acquired infections. And then I started to understand why my brother died. He maybe acquired one hospital-acquired infection. And then I checked with my boss. Boss, do we have in Argentina surveillance, epidemiology of hospital infections? He said, no, we don't have.
Wow.
We don't measure that. Do we have any recommendations, guidelines for infection prevention? No, we don't have that. Okay. And I stayed in Chile and I learned about infection prevention, hospital-acquired infection prevention. And I went back to Argentina and I started to spread this information. And I measured the hospital infections at my hospital where I was working, public poor hospital. And I found that the rate of HAIs, which is healthcare-acquired infections, hospital infections, were 10 times above US.
Wow.
10 times above UK, 10 times above Switzerland, Canada, 10 times above the rates of the 6 most developed countries of the world. And then I took the guidelines of infection prevention published by CDC, Center for Disease Control, and I applied them in my hospital. And we reduced the rates. And then by 2002, I published this information in American Journal of Infection Control, speaking about evolution.
Wow, congratulations.
And the story didn't finish. In 2002, I published that, and I was invited to speak about that in Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Mexico, Turkey, and India, and Sri Lanka, but I couldn't go, you know why. I forgot we need visa to go there. And when I went to these 7 countries in 2002, all of them, after my speech, told me, we don't know what is an HAI. We don't measure HAIs. We don't know that they can be prevented. And then I created one organization, non-profit organization, one foundation. And I started helping them for free, countries with low income, to measure and reduce the HAIs. Now, we are leading the infection control activity in 51 countries worldwide, from Latin America, Africa, Middle East, Eastern Europe, and Asia, including Sri Lanka. I didn't go there, but they are receiving our advice, and including Vietnam, your country. I shared with him our publications. And this is evolution. I started with some doubt, some frustration, and then we are reducing HAIs worldwide. Thank you so much.
What a way to take your circumstance and change the world from that original tragedy. You turned it into something that saved tens and tens and tens of hundreds or thousands of more lives.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Exactly.
Congratulations.
And of course, you are all invited to join us. As I said, it's for free. You can receive our advice. If you are not at the hospital, but you know somebody working at the hospital, please let me know, or I will give you my personal card, our webpage, and they can contact us. or
I'm
you
going
can
to
contact-
share this with our students in public health. In the last group,
Good.
there was at least 4 students that were in
Oh,
public health.
beautiful.
So we would love to send them your information.
Excellent. And now I am Associate Professor of Public Health at University of Miami.
Fantastic.
Just
So you
here.
just had to come a short distance.
That's here. Yeah, in fact, I live 3 miles from here.
Excellent. Okay. Amazing. Thank you. What a small world. What a small world. Okay, so unbelievable. Unbelievable what you have accomplished and what each of you has shared today. Thank you very much. Who else would like to share? My friend? Okay, good. We have several volunteers. Come on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My name is Abbatne. I am from Ethiopia. I have concentrated my work previously on the hydropower generation and distribution areas, which is very crucial anyway for all this development and evolutionary change,
Yes.
all that. So the
Very
main-
safe, very clean,
yeah,
renewable
clean-
energy.
Yeah, clean energy, and the objective is just to study the whole resources of some African countries, and I have a consulting firm. I studied project management from AIU, so I'm a mechanical engineer by education. So the objective is just to have access, energy access to all rural areas, especially in one way or another. It can be off-grid or from the grid and so on, with localized distribution, so that all household in rural areas should have electricity. Then everything starts from there anyway.
Yes, water can be pumped and
water,
everything.
yeah, that's the objective. In Ethiopia, for example, most of the areas are dry. We have a lot of drought every year. So if we have electric generated in some areas, then we use pumps, and there is also a program of dry season cultivation. So we are trying that, and I want to contribute much on that. So I have this education level upgraded through AIU.
Yes.
By the way, it was fantastic because I had a lot of job and I was so busy. And I started 2018 for this Master's in Project Management,
Yes.
but I interrupted this because I had a lot of projects, and AIU allowed me to resume from where I stopped
Yes.
when I had some time, and now I'm here, finished.
A lot of
finishing
times
this.
we can
Yeah.
take a project that
And-
you're working on and we
Yeah.
can say, okay, let's take this project that you're working on and let's integrate it into your program
Yeah.
so that you can do 2 birds with 1 stone. you
Yeah,
know?
that's what I did actually.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the curriculum design, which you have to do by yourself, it was fantastic, and it gives you a lot of chance to integrate your education with your work if you are studying in that field. So it was nice. So I'm happy to be here, and I'm not living in the US. I'm living in Ethiopia and working also in Uganda, Sierra Leone.
Well, your work is very highly needed there.
Yeah,
I think.
So, also in Kenya, in Kenya I was working there, so it was nice. Yeah, we introduced each other a while ago. So, yeah, that's I think in short, I'm very happy.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Well, there you have it. I mean, it's really unbelievable. I mean, we created kind of a list here, and I mean, just at a glance, this is a list of accomplishments for each student. Each student listed 3 separate accomplishments. And we've just shared here a few. And what we're trying to do now in the next few weeks is AIU Link is kind of a social media platform. You can log into it from your student section, and you can search for other students like you in your field, in your country, in your city, or with similar interests. And what we're going to do is everything that each of you sent to us, we're going to merge it with your profile in AIU Link. Why? That way, if you do a search for a colleague, you can see exactly what all the other colleagues are doing. So if you're in public health, hopefully we can link up other people in public health, and we can, you can also modify those things. So we're very close to doing that to increase the functionality of AIU Link, your social platform. My friend, please introduce yourself and let us know.
Hi, I am Mark Joseph M. Taganos. I am from Philippines.
Welcome.
Currently, I am working in Papua New Guinea. I am working in a real estate company. Yeah, I am a general manager. And during COVID time, we had problem of purchasing the materials abroad.
Yeah.
And it's my studies in AAU is really timely and relevant to my present job experiences. Because there was one time that we had problems in purchasing the materials. And I remembered my topic about negotiations. Because negotiations, it will resolve problems. And international marketing taught me how to study the market internationally. And it includes there the language, the culture, and the proper attitude in dealing clients. And all of those, actually, I applied it in my jobs because we are always purchasing the materials. And we are so happy, I am so blessed because we were able to regulate all those problems. And my boss was very happy because the learnings and the knowledge that I have gained in AIU actually helps me in dealing clients. And yeah, that's why my motto in life is never stop learning. Yeah, we always have to learn more, open for new learnings, and right now I'm planning to pursue my doctorate so that I can earn and gain more knowledge, especially in business. So
Congratulations. Thank you so much for sharing. That's the exact definition of perpetual evolution. And I just wanted to say we're running a little bit short on time for the group picture. We'll get as many people as we can. Do you want to come up or you want to? Okay, that's fine. So just introduce yourself, tell us who you are, where you're coming from, and what is your, either your AIU pledge or kind of what's your mission, vision.
My name is Sidonia Shanika Sidoni Volney.
Welcome.
I am from St. Lucia, a very tiny island in the Caribbean.
Excellent.
I am graduating with a doctorate in accounting and finance. My AIU pledge. Since starting with AIU, I've been inclined because of all of the sustainable development courses that keep coming. Right now, I'm the managing director of a government institution, the housing sector in my country. And with doing all of these sustainable development courses, and the government right now is keen on the Sustainable Development Goal 11 for housing, which is making resilient, safe housing for destitute, poor persons, climate resiliency.
Yes.
And I have now enrolled in a postdoctorate in project management.
Fantastic.
So this is where I'm going. And I want to thank AIU because of the andragogic program. It gave me the latitude to expound on what I've already learned and also to reach into areas that I didn't even think that I would have been into.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. And we're here for you after your graduation. Please contact me. I'm Ricardo. My email is the same as my name, ricardo@aiu.edu. If you forget my email, you can go to the website, faculty and staff. You find my face there. My email is there. Just tell me. we have students who want to do NGOs. We have students who already did NGOs. In the last group, we had a student who received, I believe it was in Trinidad, or no, Jamaica, $2.5 million grant from the United States to help people. In the same group, we had another one who got over $1 million grant for his NGO. And the funds are there. What is necessary is people like you on the ground who know what the problem is and who know what the solutions are. We can help you to structure your grant. If you've never written a grant, don't worry. Send us the ideas that you have. We can structure it for you to help give the, what they're expecting. And we have endless amount of people who, that's all they do, grant writing. So we can team you up with this person to help get your grant perfect so that hopefully it gets approved. Yes, absolutely. We're going to get to everybody. This is such a small group. It's everybody that wants to participate going to get to do it.
Maybe I stand up because I'm not very tall. Now, my name is Martha Wamkoya, and I want to believe as I stand here, I'm the oldest person in the room.
I'm sorry?
I'm the oldest person in the room.
Maybe.
I'm 65 years old. Anybody older than me?
Don't worry, it's not a competition you want to win. You don't want to win that one.
No, but it wasn't a competition. All I wanted to say is, as you see me here,
yes.
I retired from wherever I was working.
Yes.
And the thing is, retirement doesn't mean that you're tired. Yeah? It's that perpetual evolution.
Yes.
Yes. So I retired and I moved into another area. Not very far from where I was. An apple doesn't fall very far from. So I'm in international development. Previously, I still was working in development, and I did work in Addis, Ethiopia, in the Horn of Africa, rather, on drought management issues. You heard him say how dry it is in that region. Same with Kenya. 3/4 of Kenya is arid and semi-arid. So that is where I was working. And I was an what we call accidental project manager. You're just given a project to run. You have no experience, no nothing. So it's up to you to learn by whatever you are doing. And I'm an economist by profession. So what I'm trying to say is, what I'm just graduating in is a doctorate in project management. So people, whatever you are doing, you are going to plan, you are going to do M&E, you are going to communicate, you have stakeholders. What is that? Project management. Yeah. So all I'm saying is that is one of the core areas. And in international development, you will hear there's always this thing that what percentage of projects don't succeed? So I don't want to say the figures, they're embarrassing. Yeah. But we are out there. So all I can say is, with my knowledge, I would also just like to try and share with others who are in that field, the community, everybody else, so that we at least have this critical mass of people who have more in-depth knowledge of project management, maybe in the hope that we'll at least lessen the number of projects that don't succeed.
Yes.
What else do you want me to say?
That's fantastic. And I was just going to say that a lot of times if you have a project, all of us have responsibilities. Yes. We have a job, we have a family. So it's not hard, it's hard, it's not easy to make time for another project that's your passion. But that passion, little by little, can become your life's work. So sometimes you need some, people say motivation, But I don't really believe in motivation because we all want to achieve something all the time. It's just that sometimes we hesitate. So to get past that hesitation that stops you from starting your goals, from achieving your goals, there's a simple rule. It's called the 5-second rule. And it works with psychology because your brain is always trying to protect you in survival. That's why we're alive. Everybody that's here is here because you survived. So in evolution, your ancestors, they protected themselves because they hesitated to go into danger. So we are wired to stay away from danger. And sometimes stress or something new says, no, wait a minute. I want to keep doing the same thing that I do every day. That's nice and easy. That's safe. I know how to do that. The moment you have to do a new project or manage a project or an NGO or your dream, something makes you hesitate. What's the antidote to that? Psychology. Do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The moment you hear 1, think of yourself as a rocket ship. Get up out of bed, get up off the computer, get up off your phone, and start doing what you want. The moment you start a countdown, it short circuits that instinct of survival because you're using a different part of the brain that shuts off the other one. But anyways, we have one more participant. Please, ma'am.
Yes, what a coincidence. I was speaking to my colleague this morning and said, now that I'm completing my postdoctorate degree, that's in renewable and sustainable energy, I'd like to pursue 2 areas, psychology and the function of the brain. I told her that only this morning. Now, anyway, I am Jessie Thom from Guyana, a country not too far from Trinidad and St. Lucia. In 2020, I graduated with the DBA, that's Doctor in Business Administration, and I chose climate change. I've worked a number of years in the military. I'm retired, like my sister here, and I also worked in the public and the private sectors. Now, I've seen so much and experienced so much that now I need to give back. So AIU has brought me to that place where I was able to perfect preparation of modules, etc. So I launched a school named the Excelsior Academy. It's a brainchild of my mother, my deceased mother. And so I'm
congratulations on the academy.
Yes.
Excelsior Academy.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Continue to serve the community and other areas further afield. The renewable and the sustainable energy, which I'm graduating on, I would like to emphasize my platform is environmental management. My thesis was on the removal of the CO2 emissions from the environment, and that will mitigate climate change. So let's all work together. What we have studied, let's put into practice and help the juniors to come above and to learn what we will be teaching them so they can make our world a better and a safer place to dwell. Thank you to AIU. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And yeah, the greatest thing we can do sometimes is just facilitate someone else, mentor someone else, give someone else the opportunity, make them see that it's possible when they're early in life and they don't know that it is possible and they see it as impossible. So thank you very much. And I would just like to end one more then, and then we'll do the AIU pledge. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I am John Keke. I have been reliably informed by this institution that I am the very first person from the small country of Togo Republic in West Africa to graduate with a doctorate degree from this institution. Thank you. For me, that means a lot. It means a lot for me. Same thing in my family. I'm the first person to get a doctorate degree, and but I did my program in peace leadership and conflict resolution. For me, I've got a role model in my life. It is the late Kofi Annan of Ghana. He was a Secretary General of UN at some point, and his mediation work around the Syrian conflict and all of that in his lifetime was one thing that inspired me so much. And also looking at the world as we have it today, conflicts everywhere, wars everywhere. I think people with great skills in conflict management, conflict resolution, peace is one thing that there is room for. And so I think about what can I do right into beyond retirement, if I should say. And I thought that peace is one thing, conflict resolution is one thing I could keep working on. And I think the older, the better when you are a conflict resolution expert. So that's my little experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's definitely one of the 2030 goals, peace. And thank you for concluding that. The last thing to do before we go for the group picture is to take the AIU pledge. I hope each of you is willing to take the pledge to contribute to the sustainable development of your community, your country, the world. And so if you would like to join, please raise your right hand. It says, I take the AIU pledge to use my unique and unrepeatable abilities and skills. I take the unique and unrepeatable skills and abilities to find solutions to the world's problems and contribute my time and energy towards helping the world to its optimal development. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for participating.